Welcome back to Mustard Seed Ministries. Today's video is all about what stops us from change, and in particular, what stops us from being able to change for God. Now, y'all have heard me tell y'all countless stories about what has hindered me in the past, and if you're new here, be sure to check out some of those videos, and I'll link them throughout the video today. This video today is going to be about change. So what makes us so afraid to change? Like, what's the biggest thing you can think of that's stopping you? Like, what can you think of that's stopping you from fully committing to God and his purpose for you? In today's video, we're going to talk about the 3 things that are keeping you from changing for God. And the first thing that keeps us from changing for God is our heart. Yes, our heart is a huge factor of why we won't change. In Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23, it says, "Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life." This simply means to guard your heart with where you put it, because what you deal with comes from that. And just like the saying goes, what you allow is what you accept. And where do you accept things first? You accept them in your heart. And also in Matthew chapter 15, verse 8, and I'll paraphrase here, and he says, "You draw nigh unto me with your lips, but your heart is far from me." So how can you change for God when your heart is so far away from him? How can he heal your broken heart if you're saying, you're only saying things that honor him, but your heart isn't in it? That keeps you from changing, because what comes out of the heart is what defiles you, okay, guys? God tries the heart, not our words. But he sure will make us eat our words. I've had that happen to me a number of times. So moving on to number 2 that keeps us from changing is our mind. A lot of times, once our heart is set on something, we focus on it with tunnel vision, even if God wants us to do differently. We can't change if our mind is not on him. Remember to set your mind on things above, as it says in Colossians chapter 3, verse 1. When your mind is on things above, you can make that change in full obedience. And that is what God really wants. He wants your heart. Your heart is where obedience starts, and the mind will follow. And lastly, number 3, the reason why we struggle to change is because of our environment. Sometimes we think, okay, well, I'm not hurting here. I'm not hurting here that much. I'm okay. It's okay. I'm not hurting that bad. Why do I need to change this? This doesn't hurt me that much. Lies. You're telling a lie. I'm here to tell you, the environment never stays the same, and what doesn't hurt you now could hurt you later. And in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 17 through 19, I'm going to paraphrase here. Don't walk like those other people, okay? Because vanity is in their mind and their heart is blind. And that's a winner chicken dinner for disaster and sorrow. And in chapter 5, verse 6 through 7, and I'm paraphrasing here as well, "Let nobody deceive you with their words, because what seems sweet like honey will be as bitter as wormwood." And it says in chapter 5, be not, it says, "Be not partakers with them." That's verse 7. And like I said in the last video, stick with those God says stick with, but the rest of them, let them go. They're not going to the top with you, and that's okay, because you have to understand that the changes that you're making in this life are for you. You make these changes in life so that you can get what God has for you. Your change is indicative of your future. You guys be blessed.